Hello, students. This is a, well, hopefully brief video that's going to just kind of walk down some of the common questions we've been getting from the Tallo portfolio assignment. And now that we've really assigned this and got students jumping in, we're getting a good sense of what the common questions are. So basically, this is logged in as a student account that I created as an example. You can see it says your profile is 100% complete. Again, if you're not comfortable adding a photo or the video, you don't have to. But if you have like a short video introducing yourself, what you can do is you'll have to post that on YouTube and then paste the URL in here. If you'd prefer not to do this, don't worry about it at all. Your completion will not be 100%, but we're not going to mark you down for that. Basically, there's a couple optional areas that if you do not complete those areas, your completion percentage will go down, but we're not going to mark you down on that. So this completion is by no means the same as your grade. If you can get it to about 80%, that will be what we see if you do all the required areas. If you skip the optional areas, if you do the optional areas, you should be able to get to 100%. But again, we won't mark you down if you don't. Please do fill out your career interests, location preferences, and next steps. When you're on here, you just click on these pencils and then click on the big buttons. And it's pretty self-explanatory. So you're going to see now a list of career interests, and you can see I've already clicked a whole bunch of them. But this is still loading. Okay, and it's trying to crash. Let's go ahead. Okay, here you go. So you can see the ones I've checked already, and you can scroll down, and there's an awful lot of them. And if you click on these little arrows here, you can see the subcategories. So you can get pretty specific. So we're just going to cancel out because I don't. Okay, same thing for location preferences. You'll pick on the map where you might want to move after high school. And then if you want to go to a 4-year, 2-year school or military or directly into the workforce, you can choose that. Choose majors that you're considering if you're going to college, as well as potential colleges that you might be interested in. And when we choose our colleges under this setting here, you can see where you've added the college, the different schools by clicking on Add a College. If you click Share Info, that'll actually reach out to that school and let them know you're interested, so they can then reach out to you. So it's a pretty cool feature here. Let's see, let's go on down here. Okay, don't worry about badges. For any memberships, extracurriculars, and hobbies, if you belong to any clubs or you have any hobbies really, what do you do with your free time? Go ahead and add those. And it's the same with the plus sign here. Plus sign is going to be the same for a lot of these categories. If you have work experience, awesome. Go ahead and add that on here. If you do not have work experience, you can add just kind of stuff that you do around the house even. So if that includes maybe watching your little brothers or sisters, if that includes mowing the lawn and helping with the laundry and the, dishes and that kind of stuff, that's totally great too. We all got to start somewhere. Accomplishments, anything you're proud of, anything personal or professional or through school. Maybe you, made the honor roll or had perfect attendance or something of the sort. For education, you're just going to add your educational information here for Vista Ridge High School. If you need help getting your GPA, go ahead and just shoot me an email, or your counselor can also help you with that. The SATs, you probably haven't taken these. Even if you have PSAT or something like that, don't worry about the test scores. That is an optional area, so that won't count against you. Add courses that you're proud of. This doesn't have to be every course, but just courses you're proud of. If you speak another language, go ahead and feel free to drop that on there. Again, it won't count against you if you don't. And then files is where you're going to add the files from your Google Drive that you can link. So here you can see the example essay from 10th grade English. And you're going to click on this plus sign. Okay, so for this section, when you're prepping your files so that they'll actually be viewable from Google Drive, the easiest way to do that is to get them all into one big folder. I've titled that folder Vista Ridge High School, just to capture my experience here at Vista Ridge High School. And I've made a folder for each grade level. Even though you might just be in 9th or 10th grade, it doesn't hurt to make those folders for the future when you do get around to adding those. But what we're going to do, I've put some example files in 9th grade. Is right now you could go through and open up the share settings of each of these, But if you go to the main folder that has the subfolders in there, and again, if we right click, we can do new folder, right? So we go to this main folder here. If we click on this drop down arrow and go to share, the default is going to be just District 49, folks, and so it's going to start off set to, instead of anyone with link, it's going to say El Paso County School District. And so if you're trying to have this as a way to show off the colleges and potential people that might hire you in businesses, they're not going to be able to view that. So you're going to want to change that to anyone with link, and then that will apply to all the folders and subfolders set here, and all the files within those subfolders. So you don't have to go through one by one and set those to public. It'll already default them to that. So these are just example dummy files. And then when we go onto the Tallo profile, so you're going to hit this plus sign. You got this option to choose from Google Drive. It may ask your permission to connect the accounts. You'll get that set up. And then you'll see here are your example files, and all you do is click on them, hit select. It's going to drop that in there. And then under file type, for these, I would say other. Specifically, if you put on your resume or your transcript or something else like that, you can use those different file types, but I just choose other. And then we could say this would be, essay from English or Spanish presentation, and say, also include the grade level there. Okay. And then that'll take just a minute, and there it is. Last couple of things you're going to want to check off is do complete the personal bio. If you click on this pencil here, it's 255 characters total. So we're talking 2, 3, 4 sentences about yourself and maybe a goal you have after high school. There's some good examples listed there. And then when everything is all said and done, you're ready to turn this in, you are going to post this link on Google Classroom. So we're going to click on share, create a link. You're going to name the name of the link. I already chose Pathways Assignment. It's pretty much fine, but we can do Pathways Assignment 2, just so I can have a separate one. And then create a link for my profile. Leave it on that. You hit create link. Okay, and then down here you can see Pathways Assignment 2. It's a new link, or Pathways Assignment. This is all linking to the profile, right? If we hit copy, you're just going to paste that right into Google Classroom and hit mark as done. And that is it. I hope you folks are doing well with this. If you need any help, please don't hesitate to reach out, and have a great day.